Hey guys, it's Tin Man the Nicktoons Fanatic 2001. Today in this video, I'm gonna share my thoughts on Small Soldiers, the Flintstones from 1994, and the Garfield movie from 2024. Before I start, like I said in previous videos, this is not a collection video. This is just a background setup where I would have you stare at the DVDs on the screen and not actually stare at the mattress or at my rug or on the floor or pretty much anywhere that looks bland. So yeah. And yes, you're welcome to see which DVD is you have that I'm showing in this video. You're welcome to leave a comment down below telling me which DVD is your favorite in this video. I'm just not doing any DVD updates in this video. So anyway, let's get started with my thoughts on the Flintstones, the Garfield movie, and Small Soldiers. Now, the first movie I'm going to share my thoughts on is the Flintstones from 1994. First of all, that movie, it wasn't oldie, but it's actually a very great movie. It's definitely amazing. Some of my favorite actors from the movie are John Goodman and Rick Moranis. John Goodman, in my opinion, does a fantastic job doing a role for Fred Flintstone. He actually has that awesome yabba dabba doo. You know, he actually reminds me a lot of the cartoon Fred Flintstone, and I thought that was very well done. And Rick Moranis does a great job playing as Barney. You know, Barney Rubble, who is Fred's neighbor and best friend. I thought that was very good for him. And Rosie O'Donnell and Elizabeth Perkins are in the movie too. And Elizabeth Perkins, I believe, plays as Wilma, and Rosie O'Donnell played as Betty, which in my opinion is a classic role. I can understand some people may like a different actress for Betty in the sequel, Viva Rock Vegas. I've never seen Viva Rock Vegas, to be honest, but I will give that one a try after I do rewatch the first Flintstones from 1994. Excuse me. So yeah, I give the Flintstones 5 out of 5 stars. And in all honesty, Mario Brothers was my number one favorite. That wasn't until the Flintstones actually took the crown. Because unlike Disney, the Flintstones is an actual good live-action adaptation to the original Hanna-Barbera cartoon made way back in the 1960s. And I can definitely thank Brian Levent for actually respecting every aspect of the cartoon. I will actually give him a thank you for that. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Flintstones from 1994. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, I will either download it on Prime Video or I will buy it on DVD. I have not decided what I'm gonna do yet, but I will eventually make my final decision. Anyways, now the next movie I'm gonna do a review on is Small Soldiers. Like, remember I showed you in the other DVD update I've done a couple months ago showing this DVD of Small Soldiers? Well, guess what? I actually watched Small Soldiers and it was smart, funny, and action-packed. As it says so right there on the DVD. It is, in my opinion, one of the best movies made by Joe Dante. In my opinion. I know there is the Gremlins, but this is actually my first movie that I watched directed by Joe Dante. And I thought The Small Soldiers was great because it's kind of like a live-action Toy Story, except It's a cross between Gremlins and G.I. Joe. And if I remember right, the Gorgonites are the good guys, and the Commandos are the bad guys. And I believe Dennis Leary is in the movie too, and he plays as Gil Mars, who is the CEO for Globotech. And I thought that was a fantastic role he has done for the CEO of Globotech. And yeah, I would say Small Soldiers is another great movie. And one of the older veteran actors I can remember that's in this movie is Ernest Borgnine. He is in that movie. Oh, I believe Tommy Lee Jones plays as Chip Hazard, and I thought he was totally spectacular. One of the best action actors I've ever heard of in a long time. You know, since one of my favorite action movies, which was The Mask. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed Small Soldiers. I do give that one also 5 out of 5 stars. Even though it is actually number 3 in my top list of favorite movies I watched this year. So yeah. And the last movie I'm gonna share my thoughts on in this video are the Garfield movie from 2024. So first of all, that was a great movie. I totally enjoyed the Garfield movie. Chris Pratt, in my opinion, does a fantastic job playing as Garfield, even though he doesn't like lasagna. And, you know, Garfield has done some very spectacular moments in this movie. And, Samuel L. Jackson is in the movie too, and he plays as Vic, who is Garfield's father. And yes, in the movie, Garfield and Odie actually go on an adventure and to do something for, I guess, the bad cat of sorts. I couldn't remember what the cat's name was, but she definitely reminds me of my cat when I was younger. And she was actually very, very adorable. So yeah, the Garfield movie is definitely fantastic. And now, a lot of people may think that it's made by Sony Pictures Animation, but it's actually not made by Sony Pictures Animation. It's actually made by a completely different animation studio that I don't believe has ever been done before. The Garfield movie, I believe was made by Prime Focus, I think it was. And maybe there were other studios. I'll have to rewatch the movie again. But the movie, in my opinion, is great. And it did have different animation than the Sony Pictures animation movies I remember from the times I've been watching them. So, in my opinion, the Garfield movie is fantastic. And for those of you who have not seen the Flintstones or the Small Soldiers or the Garfield movie, I would recommend checking them out because they're such fantastic movies in my opinion. And the Garfield movie did have some emotional moments in that movie, but I actually still enjoyed it. So yeah. Anyways, those are all of my thoughts on the Garfield movie, the Flintstones, and Small Soldiers. And I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what are your thoughts on the Flintstones or Small Soldiers or the Garfield movie. Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on those movies? So anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time for more videos. I'll see you guys next time.